Jeffrey Epstein was not a celebrity. He never held a public office. He never ran a famous company. Yet this man had personal access to former U.S. presidents, British royalty, billionaire CEOs, and some of the most powerful people on Earth. And just when the world expected him to explain how he gained that access, he was found dead inside a maximum security jail. This is not just a crime story. This is a story about how power protects itself. Early life. Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in Brooklyn, New York. His parents were middle class. No inherited wealth. No elite bloodline. By all accounts, his childhood was unremarkable. In the early 1970s, Epstein worked as a math and physics teacher at a private school. This job alone was unusual, because even then, his academic background was unclear. But nothing about this phase of his life suggested that he would one day control millions of dollars and influence the most powerful circles in the world. Entry into high finance. After teaching, Epstein suddenly entered the financial world. He worked briefly at Bear Stearns, a major investment bank. Here is where the mystery begins. Epstein was not known as a top trader. He was not famous for market success. And yet, when he left Bear Stearns, he didn't struggle like most people would. Instead, he quietly began presenting himself as a private financial advisor to billionaires. No public client list. No transparent business model. Just silence. The billionaire connection. By the 1990s, Epstein was no longer on the outside. He was inside the world of extreme wealth. Private dinners, exclusive parties, private jets. People who met him described him as intelligent, calm, and extremely well-connected. But the same question followed him everywhere. What does Jeffrey Epstein actually do? Even journalists couldn't answer it. His wealth was real. His lifestyle was real. But his source of income remained a mystery. Les Wexner and absolute. Epstein's most important relationship was with Les Wexner, the billionaire behind Victoria's Secret. Wexner trusted Epstein so completely that he gave him full power of attorney. This meant Epstein could buy property, move money, and sign legal documents in Wexner's name. This level of control is almost unheard of. Soon after, Epstein acquired a $77 million mansion in Manhattan, a property later directly linked back to Wexner. Even today, no clear explanation exists for why this trust was given, or what Epstein provided in return. Money without a source. As Epstein's wealth grew, investigators noticed something alarming. There were no public investment funds, no major companies, no visible income streams. Yet Epstein owned multiple mansions, private jets, luxury properties across continents. Former associates later suggested that Epstein's true business was not money management, but information. Information that could be used as leverage. Epstein owned several private jets. One of them became infamous, the Lolita Express. Flight logs revealed repeated trips involving politicians, business leaders, and powerful international figures. The jets flew between New York, Florida, Europe, and one specific location in the Caribbean, a place that would soon become central to the case, Little St. James Island. That place was Little St. James. On the surface, it was a luxury island. Private beaches, high security, no outside access. But according to multiple victims, this island was where Epstein's crimes were organized and controlled. Teenage girls were recruited under false promises. They were flown in, isolated, and allegedly abused. Victims later described a system that was highly structured, carefully monitored, and designed to protect powerful guests. Control, power, and silence. Multiple testimonies suggested that Epstein kept detailed records, installed surveillance, and documented interactions. Why? Because information equals power. If powerful people were compromised, they could be controlled. This is why many believe Epstein was protected for years, not because he was untouchable, but because he was too valuable. The warning before the storm. By the late 2000s, rumors were spreading. Whispers turned into accusations. Victims began to speak. Law enforcement began to notice. But despite the warning signs, Epstein continued to live freely. What followed next was one of the most controversial legal deals in U.S. history. And that is where Part 2 begins.